morning everyone. Today I am going to take a lecture of discrete mathematics chapter number 3rd and the topic is the partial ordinary set or coset. Okay, so in our previous lecture we have already seen in the upper bound and the lower bound. So what is the definition of the upper bound and the lower bound? That means all the elements are related to above or upper side of the Hesse diagram. So this is the upper bound, and all the elements are related to those elements which are in the Hesse diagram. We write here in the bottom side. So this is the lower bound. So according to upper bound and the lower bound, we our next topic is the least upper bound and the greatest lower bound. That means according to upper bound we find the least value, and according to lower bound we find the greatest value or greatest element. Okay, so here the least upper bound and the greatest lower bound. So a short name is LUB, least upper bound, and other name is the supremum. Okay, next one is the greatest lower bound, that is GLB, and other name is the infimum. So what is the definition of the least upper bound and the greatest lower bound? So let's start here. Let capital A and the sign is the less than equal. Actually, according to the examination, this set and this is the relation. This is the notation of the coset or partial ordinary set, or you can say that the Hesse diagram. Okay, so this is very important. A less than equal to be a coset. So what do you mean by the coset? Coset, that means partial ordering set. That means partial ordering set. That means satisfied the three conditions. Okay. So A comma less than equal to be a coset for element A comma B belongs to A. That means A is a set and A comma B two elements including in are present here in the set A. An element C belongs to A is called the upper bound of A and B. So C is the upper bound of A and B if such condition is what? If C is the upper bound of A and B. So obviously A less than equal to C and B less than equal to C, because of C is the upper bound of A and B. Okay. So C is known as least upper bound LUB. C is here the upper bound, but in the upper bound we find out the least upper bound. Okay, so here C is known as least upper bound. Here we write the short name is the LUB. Okay, so if C is an upper bound of A and B, and if there is no other upper bound B of A and B such that D less than equal to C. So here LUB is also known as the supremum. That means C is the upper bound, and here C is the least upper bound if any element D here such that no other upper bound D of A and B such that D less than equal to C. That means this condition is not satisfied. No other upper bound of D. Okay. So here this is the least upper bound. Next one is similar. An element E is said to be a lower bound of A and B if E less than equal to A and E less than equal to B. So obviously E is the lower bound of A and B, and we have already seen in a previous lecture what is the process for finding the upper bound and the lower bound. Okay, and E is known as greatest lower bound. So according to lower bound we find the greatest value, and according to upper bound we find the lowest value. Okay, so here E is known as greatest lower bound of A and B if there is no other element F of A and B E less than equal to F. Okay, so this is the example of this is the definition of the least upper bound, that means the supremum LUB, and this is the definition of the greatest lower bound GLB, and the other name is the infimum. So we have one example. We take here the one example, and with the help of example we find out the upper bound and the lower bound, and according to upper bound we find find the least upper bound, and according to lower bound, we find the greatest lower bound. Okay. So this is the example of A is equal to, we are given in the set A is equal to 2, 3, 5, 6, 10, 15, 30 and 45. So with the help of this set, we are according to this set, we are given in the divides rule, that means the relation is divides, and here we draw the Hasse diagram. Okay, that means 2 divides 6, 2 divides 10, 2 divides 30. Okay, according to this 3 divides 6, 3 divides 15, 3 divides 30, 3 divides 45. So according to this we draw here the Hasse diagram. Okay, and our topic is what? Our topic is the least upper bound and the greatest lower bound. Okay, that means according to upper bound you find the lowest upper bound, and according to lower bound you find out the greatest lower bound. Okay, so here the solution is first we find the upper bound. Okay, so here we have 2 and 3, this 2 and 3. Okay, so what is the upper bound? So upper bound of 2 and 3 is what? So here this is the 2 and 3. So obviously the upper 2 is connected to 6. All the upper vertex is the upper bound of these two vertex. So 2 upper value is 6 and here it is connected the 30. 3 upper value is 6 and here this connected the 30. For example, here 15 is no doubt 15 is the upper bound of 3, but this is not the upper bound of 2 because of 2 and 50 is not connected here, not related here. Okay, so we consider always the same values, that means 2 connected to 6 and connected to 30, or you can say that 2 related to 6 related to 30 and 3 related to 6 and related to 30. So here the upper bound of 2 and 3 is what? 6 and 30. Okay, 6 and 30 are the upper bound of the 2 and 3. But according to upper bound, we find the lowest value. So least upper bound is equal to what? So according to 6 and 30, what is the lowest? Lowest point is this point. So this is the 6. So according to 2 and 3, upper bound is 6 and 30, but lowest upper bound is equal to 6. Okay. Next example is the 3 and 5. Okay. So first we find the upper bound of 3 and 5. So see here the Hasse diagram. This is the 3 and this is the 5. Okay. So according to 3, the upper value is 15. That means 3 related to 15 related to 30. Okay. 3 related to 15 related to 45. So next we check here the 5. So 5 related to 15 related to 30. 5 related to 15 related to 45. That means upper bound of 3 and 5 is what? Upper bound of 3 and 5 is 15, 30 and 45. For example, if we consider the upper bound of 5 is 10. No doubt 10 is the upper bound of 5. But here 3 is not connected to 10, and obviously this is the divides relation is the divide. So 3 here 10 is not divisible by 3. Okay, so always keep in mind. So here the upper bound of 3 and 5 is 15, 30 and 45. So our next step is what? Next step is least upper bound. Okay, so least upper bound of 3 and 5 is what? So always keep in mind, if you find the least upper bound or greatest lower bound, so first you write here the upper bound and the lower bound. So according to this upper bound, you find out the least upper bound, and according to lower bound, you find out the greatest lower bound. Okay, so 15, 30 and 45. 15, 30 and 45 are the upper bounds of these two elements. 3 and 5. So according to these three upper bounds, what is the lowest? Lowest is the 15 because of this is the downside and this is the less than 30 and 45. So here the least upper bound is 15. Okay, next is the 2 and 5. This 2 and this 5. So what is the upper bound of the 2 and 5? So see here, 2 related to 6 and 30. Okay, but 5 is not related to 6. So 6 is cancelled. Okay, 2 related to 10 and 2 related to 30. Got it? 5 related to 10 and 5 related to 30. That means 10 and 30. Two numbers are same. But here 5 related to 15 but 2 not related to 15. So what is the upper bound of 2 and 5? The upper bound of 2 and 5 is what? 10 and 30. So we write here upper bound of 2 and 5 is 10 and 30. Got it? Here 2 connected to 10. 5 also connected 10. 2 connected 30. 5 also connected 30. Okay. So upper bound of 2 and 5 is 10 and 30. So what is the least upper bound? So least upper bound of 10 and 30. So which is here the lowest. So this is 10 and this is 30. Both are the upper bound. So what is the lowest upper bound? Lowest value is 10. Lowest, that is the downside. Okay, not in the number. So here this is the 10. So 10 is the least upper bound of the 2 and the 5. Similarly, we find the lower bound. Okay, we find the lower bound of 30 and 45. Okay, so just opposite, we find out here the bottom vertex. So here 30 and this is the 45. Okay, so lower bound of 30 and 45, no doubt here both 15. Okay, that means this is the this side. That is we can say that here is the union sign or joint sign. So here 30 and 45 connected to 15. Okay. Next is what? Connected to 5. Connected to 3. That means 45 connected to 15, 45 connected to 3, 45 connected to 5. Okay. 45 not connected to 10. 30 connected to 10 but 45 is not connected to 10. So you choose here the common number connected with the upper bound and the lower bound according to your question. So here 30 and 45. So lower bound of 30 and 45 is equal to what? 30 we find out here the base 15, 3, 45, 15, 5. That means the lower bound is what? 3, 5 and 15. So lower bound of 30 and 45. So lower bound is equal to what? Lower bound is 3, 5 and 15. Okay. So according to 3, 5 and 15. So in the lower bound we find the greatest number. So in the 3, 5 and 15, so just near according to according to your 30 and 45, this is the greatest lower bound. So this is what? 15. So the greatest lower bound is equal to 15. Okay, so this is very easy example for finding the greatest lower bound and the least upper bound. So always one point you always keep in mind, if you find out the least upper bound and the greatest lower bound, that means supremum and infimum. So first you draw the Hasse diagram. Sometimes we are given in only the set value. Okay, and the relations are given. So first according to your set and the relation you draw the Hasse diagram. After that first you find the upper bound and the lower bound. Because of with the help of upper bound and lower bound you find out very easily the least upper bound and the greatest lower bound. Okay, so this is example of the LUB and GLB. Okay, so I will continue this topic in the next lecture. Thank you for watching this video.